video. So this video, we're gonna title it Dear Peach Mcintyre. Okay, girl, I hope that this video reaches you in good spirit. I hope that you take everything that I say with love and light. I was watching a video that she just recently posted, and the first time that she posted that her child was basically going to be special needs and she already had an autistic kid, I did comment, left a comment, but this is more personal, and it's hitting different for me, because y'all know I know all about the special needs life. But she also in the video stated that her baby being born like with this missing part of the brain could mean that the child will be missing a chromosome. Well, I share in that struggle. My baby is missing the number 7 chromosome and was diagnosed with Greg's cephalopolysyndactyly syndrome. It's a very, very long word, and basically in short, we call it Greg's syndrome, G-R-E-I-G-S. And everything that they learned, she was born missing the number 7 chromosome. So she was crying in her video, and it just really, I was tearing up. I'm sitting there crying at the TV with her. I don't know her from a can of paint, never met her before, but I watch her videos, and I just felt the need to come on here and make it a personal video directly to her. Be encouraged. Be encouraged, and I know that it's hard, especially if she already has a child that was autistic, and I know that feeling because I had already had a child that had, you know, some issues that I won't discuss because, you know, I'm not sure if that information is wanted to be given out. But the second time around, I was bawling out too, because I'm like, why? I can't take another one. I can't. I'm just, girl, I was just, I feel your pain, girl. I feel it. And I just wish I could wrap my arms around you and just hug you, girl, and cry with you, because I know what it's like. But I promise you, mama gonna kick in like never before. Baby, you gonna breeze right through it. Once you get your mojo and you get your routine down packed, baby, you're gonna be doing this so well, people are not gonna understand. They're gonna be like, girl, how you do it? I promise, my family praised me, everybody praised me, and be like, man, how do you do it? Because I have 4 kids, 2 with different, you know, diagnoses or whatever, and they were just like, how do you do it? And for me, I'm just like, y'all tripping. Like, I don't know, I just do it. But you know what? I made mistakes. I failed. I did, you know, I feel like I could have been a better parent. But guess what? That's life. You gonna be all right. You got your husband right by your side. Girl, for me, I was doing it as a single parent. You know, you got your husband right by your side. And even if, I know you was concerned about if he leave, even if he do, girl, you gonna do the damn thing. You gonna do it. You gonna be good. You gonna be good. And, you know, I'm sure the Peach Patch and everybody else is going to shower you with much love and support that you're going to need. But I'm here. I have an email. It's in the description box if you just need to vent, if you got some questions. But I'm going to share my birthing story with you. with you and my subscribers. I don't believe I ever gave y'all this birthing story. One moment, let me take care of my business at the ATM, because I don't want nobody rolling up on me. I know one thing, if I pay another bill, I'm gonna lose my mind, baby. Ooh wee. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a little dark, and y'all gotta excuse me for sipping on my coffee because it's early. And yeah, I'm a coffee drinker. The people in front of me is taking all day, so I can't get to some light. But anyway, here's my birthing story. I had 2 kids, and I had a boy and I had a girl. I was doing very well for myself at the time. I had a nice account. I had a 780 credit score. It was just the life at this point. I felt like I was living the life for a young girl. I had my own place. I had two children, you know, life was good. And I was single by myself, and boom, I caught myself falling in love again. Boom, I'm pregnant. Okay, everything's still good. Boom, baby born. Oh, everything's still good. The baby was developing slow to me, and I'm thinking like, what is wrong with my baby? And I kept saying that, and my mom was like, oh, you can't expect all of your kids to be the same. This baby is fine. You just want her to be just like your other kids. Excuse me. She was saying that because my other 2 kids started walking at like 9 months. No lie, they were walking. And my first child was completely potty trained by her 2nd birthday. Literally, not pull-ups, underwear, not having bedwetting issues, none of that. No accidents, none of that. Fully potty trained by her 2nd birthday. So so my mom felt like I wanted all my kids to be that way, but that wasn't it. My baby was 4 months old, but still acting like a newborn, still waking up every 2 hours to eat. I was exhausted because I had a 2-year-old and this baby, and I breastfed all of my children, so there was no handing you know, the baby off to somebody else because I was a breastfeeding mom. So the baby was just this beautiful chocolate little girl with all this hair, head full of hair, gorgeous little chocolate drop. But she just was doing everything slow. No, she just wasn't growing up. I just felt like it was exhausting. This newborn is still a newborn. Like, I don't know what's happening. So I also started to notice when she was like 5 months, she would always be like this. Her head, it was like she still couldn't hold her head up. So I was so confused. I'm bringing these things. Now, I'm taking my baby to the doctor every other month like we supposed to. I was so confused. I didn't understand what was happening. I brought it to the pediatrician's attention. And he still, like, I guess he kind of just brushed it off or whatever. But I didn't give up. I knew something was wrong. So she ended up in the hospital for croup because she had this cough. She had a cough that sounded like a dog barking. Like, I can't explain it. It was like a bark. Real dry cough. So I took her to the doctor, to the hospital emergency room, because I want to make sure my baby is okay. Oh, wait. Let me go back. When she was born via C-section, and I didn't hear my baby crying. And a nurse came to my shoulders and put both her hands on my shoulder. I felt everybody. So it was like nurses and doctors on each side of me. I can't see anything. I could just feel them there, right? Everybody got up. I missed my turn. Everybody got up and went that way, away from me. I could feel that they wasn't there anymore. And I didn't hear the baby crying. And my sister was actually in the delivery room with me. And I looked at my sister and I was like, is she breathing? And my sister looked at me like with such fear. And she shook her head like she's shaking her head no. And I couldn't do nothing but, like, I just had tears coming down my eye. The tears couldn't go this way. They was going like this because I'm laying flat on my back. And I was just like, you know, I just closed my eyes and started praying. I called on God because Jesus is all I know. And I just started praying. That's all I could do. And then I started to hear her cry. Now let's go back to when I was pregnant. When I was 7 months pregnant, you know how you go and you go get that, I think it's like a glucose test done. I went to go get this test done, and I mean, I did what, you know, the doctor told me to do, got my glucose done, and the doctor was like, how do you feel about a medical abortion? Now keep in mind, when I got pregnant, I was mad because I didn't want to be pregnant. I didn't want to have any more kids. I had a girl and a boy. I was good, you know. What I'm going to keep having them for? I got one of each, right? So that was, so when he asked me that, I was a little concerned. Anyway, okay, I'm back. He asked me, how do I feel about a medical abortion? And I didn't know what that meant. I never heard of that a day in my entire life, okay? I asked my doctor, like, I don't know what that is. And he was like, well, it's when you have an abortion when the baby is full term. And I was like, no. And so I was asking him, like, why? And he told me, he said, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. He said, we think we found something wrong with the baby, but don't worry about it. You know, he brushed it off. He was like, you don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. So it's on my mind at this point. Like, you telling me don't worry about it, but how can I not? How can I not worry about it? Like, bro, do you hear yourself? So he told me, I kept pressuring him, like, what's wrong? And he was like, we're gonna run more testing. We'll run more testing, and if there's anything wrong, anything that you need to know, we'll let you know. So I'm like, okay, you know, okay, I couldn't get more out of him than he was willing to give. So I was forced to let it go. Just forget about it, you know? Like, just forget it, like he said. So I didn't forget about it, but I let it go, because I was trusting my doctor that if it was something really, really bad, I would need to know. So once the baby was born, she was born not breathing, cord around her neck, and she's purple. They had to resuscitate her. Then once they got her back, they stuck oxygen down her throat. So like, they warned me, when you see her stomach is going to be really, really big, and it's because we had to give her oxygen like directly to her lungs or something like that. Y'all, when I say it was a lot. It was a lot. So I didn't get to see her. We didn't get to meet. I didn't get to meet my baby right away. And the reason I couldn't meet my baby was because she was in intensive care. She had to sit under the Billy light because she was jaundiced. All of this was happening, and I was just like, Lord, I'm sorry. I just kept thinking like, Lord, I'm sorry, because I didn't want her. Never had an abortion a day in my life, but I just didn't want it. And I know some of y'all like, why don't you just stop, just prevent getting pregnant? That wasn't that easy for me. I was one of those people who could not take birth control. The only birth control option I had at the time was IUD, and I was a young girl. My mom talked me out of it because she said cancer, and that was all she had to say to me, okay? So anyway, went through that. When I finally got to see her, I couldn't see her till the next day. They had to stabilize her before she was able to like come to my room and everything. She was in intensive care, and by me having a C-section, I can't get up. I can't get out of the bed for 24 hours. So when I finally did see my baby, I noticed my sister was like, she got bumps on her toes. I didn't know what she meant by bumps on her toes, but what she was trying to say was she has extra toes. So she was born with 2 big toes, which is where the polysindactyl comes from. So in her development, her toes were growing, and then there's one bone that grows, and then that bone split like this. And so there's one toe here and there's one toe here, but it's one bone. So just to kind of give you guys an idea. So that happened. Now let's jump back to 6 months old. We're in the hospital. At this point, I have been discussing my concerns with the pediatrician all this time, and the pediatrician wasn't listening to me. So now I'm talking to the emergency room doctor, and I'm talking to these people because she ended up getting admitted in the hospital. I'm talking to these people because somebody got to hear me. Those people heard me. That doctor evaluated her, and he told me, he said, you know what? He said, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. Good for you. Good for you. Because there is an issue here from what I see. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send up some of the therapists to look at her and evaluate her and see what they think. I said, okay. He sent 2 therapists. One was a physical therapist, and the other one was an occupational therapist. The 2 therapists came in, and they referred me right away, stating that she does need more evaluation. They do think that there is an issue. It seems to be also that her spine is curved. So her spine was curved this way, which is why she would be like this. So when she's sitting, she was shifted to the side like that, and her neck would be like this too. So her spine was curved. Baby, listen, when I tell you, when you see my baby to this day, when you watch her, which is why I gave her her own channel, and I promise y'all I'm gonna start back recording for her channel. You wouldn't believe what we've been through. You wouldn't believe what she's been through. You wouldn't believe where she started. But by the grace of God, by the strength in her mother, is the only reason I believe that she's gotten as far as she's gotten. Not just the strength of her mother, but also the strength of her siblings. Because she became a family project. A family, not project, but you know, a family I don't know what word to use, but I'm trying to say that everybody took care of her. Everybody. My kids, even Jazz. Jazz was younger than her, but I have to give it to Jazz for being her motivation to get up and walk. You know, like, man, y'all, sometimes I be want to cry because it do get hard. I don't want this video to be too long, but I gotta give y'all the whole birthing story. And I have to put this out there for moms like Peach, for other moms who is coming behind me. Give them some love, some light, but also some realistic expectations. It's still not easy.